guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are just coming across my YouTube channel now, my name is Chelsea and I recently put a whole vlog series up of going to Florida with my whole family, 13 of us. So go over and check those vlogs out. Today's vlog I'm going to sit down, lots of seagulls, hold on. In today's vlog, I'm going to sit down and answer all your questions. I put a Q&A question box on my Instagram stories a couple of months ago. You sent some questions in about my trip or just about general Orlando, Disney, Universal tips, questions and things. Sorry, I'm filming in my living room and the road that I live on is quite busy, so I apologise for any noise that you hear of cars. But anyway, I'm going to sit down and I've got a whole list in front of me of questions. I will try and answer them all without making this vlog go on and on. So let's get into it. First question that I'm going to answer is rope drop a must do? So, I used to say you've got to be there for rope drop. And we all, like when I used to go when I was younger with family, we always used to get there for rope drop. I just don't know if it is a must anymore. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think maybe because the trip that we had recently this year, we didn't manage to do rope drop because there were so many of us and we were there with 5 small children. So maybe take children out of the scenario, then yes, maybe. I wouldn't say you need to do rope drop every single day you go to the park. I don't know, really. Personally now, I would say no. I wouldn't be bothered if I didn't get there for rope drop because I just feel like the parks are busy anyway. I feel like rope drop, everyone knows what ride they're gonna go to, so you kind of follow the crowd and go to that one ride, then you end up standing in a queue for a long time anyway. Try it once if you're not there with loads of children that, you know, can't actually make it up in time for rope drop. But personally now, I would say I don't really think rope drop is a must, but I would still do it, but I don't think it is a must do. But let me know, do you always do rope drop? Do you think it's a must do? Let me know in the comments, and we can discuss and see what everyone else thinks. The next question is Genie booking of Lightning Lanes. So this would be a really quick one. I refuse to give Disney any more money than I already do. So I haven't actually used Genie Plus Lightning Lanes. I haven't used that at all. I think Disney get enough money from us, you know, with the tickets that we buy to get into the parks, the parking that we pay to park at the parks. We buy food when we're in there, we buy drink, we buy merch. They get enough money. I am not gonna give Disney money to go on a ride, you know? I'm sorry, you won't see me buying Lightning Lanes for rides at Disney. So no, you know, I've queued long enough my whole life, you know, what's another queue? Hey, what's another queue? But yeah, to answer that really simply, Genie Lightning Lanes, I don't really have much to say on it because I've never used it. So I can't really explain the system and I won't be using it ever. So yeah, that's that one. Love your vlog. Do you think Disney is just so overpriced these days? Thank you for watching my vlogs. Do I think Disney is just overpriced these days? Yes, I do. I think if you have been going for a long time, you will start to see how much the price has increased when going to Disney. Although first timers probably still look at it and think, you are joking. Why is it that much money? I think it is really overpriced. I don't see why it needs to be this price. If you think Disney is so big, think how many parks they have in different countries. If you just think of Disney as a whole and you just, why gets me a bit angry, really, because I love going there and I just can't justify paying their prices that much, that my next trip, I just don't think we will either go to Disney or we might try and do like a just do like a day at one of the Disney parks, or choose two that we want to go to, but I just can't justify the price. I mean, we normally buy the Universal and Disney combo ticket, 14-day Disney and Universal combo ticket. I just can't justify that anymore. It's madness. And although when you say you're going to Orlando for 2 weeks and you're doing Disney and Universal, that's not enough time. So you buy this Disney and Universal combo ticket, and if you're not just going to Orlando to do Disney and Universal, you want to do outlets, you want to go to Gatorlands, you want to go to Kennedy Space Center, you want to go around different places, you want to spend a day at Disney Springs, I just don't think you get from our point of view with this trip that we went on in the beginning of the year, just don't think we used it as much for Universal as much as we wanted to, with the price that we paid for that ticket, if you see what I mean. So yeah, I do think Disney is overpriced. Not just the tickets, I also think when you get inside the park, I mean, for starters, you got to pay $25 to park there. I mean, that's probably going up. And I just think if that keeps going up, one day are we going to drive into Magic Kingdom and pay $40 to park a car? It's madness. I don't know why they need to charge for parking when you spend that much to go to the park. So yeah, sorry, I keep going on a long-winded, but yes, I do think Disney is overpriced, not just for the park tickets, but once you're in the park, I mean, they're charging $5 for water. Just let the truck go past, and it just takes a lot of fun out of it, because if you're like me and you like a good moan, you end up moaning about everything. So yeah, I do think now Disney is overpriced. What is something you wish you did differently? How long have you got? One thing I wish we did differently was, I know that we had 5 children with us, but I do wish we had got to Magic Kingdom for a rope drop. Obviously, I've just said it isn't a must, but I would have liked to have got there, all of us together, and just been there one time for it. But obviously, if you've watched my travel day, you'd see that the travel day messed up our first day. So that is why we didn't do it. Something else I wish we did differently, there was 4 sets of families. I wish we'd got, instead of 2 big cars, I wish we'd got 4 cars in total. Just because, again, if you watch my travel day, you'd have seen that my brother was meant to be the driver. His driving licence had expired. We didn't realise that until we were getting the car on the other end. I had to then be the driver, which was absolutely fine. But obviously, in our car was me, Beckett, my brother, my sister-in-law, 2 nephews and my niece. So then there was like 5 of them and just me and Beckett. So it was I was the driver. So you can't really go off and do your own thing. Whereas if my brother was the driver, me and Beckett wouldn't have minded if we wanted to go somewhere else one day, paying for an Uber. But I can't expect a family of 5 with a 6-month-old baby to get an Uber, because it just wouldn't be possible. So that's the only thing I do wish we'd done differently as well. I wish we had just got 4 cars. Again, comes down to price, that's why we didn't do it. But money was no object. Of course, we would have got 4 separate cars. Anything else that I think I wish we'd done differently? Not really, because even with all the madness and the fun and the rushing about, it was great, and I wouldn't have changed a thing. So I think they're the only two things that we could have done differently. But other than that, no, I think we 13 of us, I think we managed pretty well. I'm also going with a 6-month-old. Did having a young baby restrict you in any way? No, she was the easiest child out of all 5 that we had. On the flight going out, perfect. You wouldn't have even known she was there. She slept a lot. Yeah, you wouldn't have even known she was on the flight. So she was perfect. She still got on loads of rides. You know, like madness, Pirates of the Caribbean. We all went on Pirates of the Caribbean, and obviously it's got that little drop, and she's just sitting there like on that. She went on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. She went on loads of rides. It's crazy when you think about it, but yeah. So no, she didn't restrict. Maybe on like the bigger rides, if every adult wanted to go on it and then the other kids could also get on it, then obviously it was difficult because certain adults had to stay off. But other than that, no, she didn't restrict. You know, the flight was fine. Even flying home, she was fine. She was just the perfect child. I really don't think. I think the younger you take them, the more easier they are. So we also had 5 children with us, and they ranged from 7 years old, 5 years old, 3 years old, 2 years old, and then the 6-month-old. So those boys were more work on those flights, I tell ya, than that little girl. She was perfect. There was nothing that she restricted us from. There really wasn't. You just get on with it, really, don't you, as well? Another question is, have you ever stayed on site at Disney? Is it worth it? Yes, I have stayed on site at Disney. Yes, it used to be worth it. Used to just get more perks. So when I was younger, we stayed on site. Still perks is you have your transport from the hotel from your resort to the parks. Great. You used to get the transfer included from the airport to the hotel, which you don't anymore. You used to get extra magic hours. You do still get them, but they are not. They're just not as good as what I remember them being at. Obviously, I haven't stayed on property for 4 years. Things may have changed, and I still would stay on site at Disney. Obviously, it will be worth it when you're there and you've got this lovely resort, and you've got the buses that can go back and forth to the parks, and some of the resorts even have the Skyliner connected. So yeah, it is worth it compared to, I love, obviously, Rosen Inn. It's a great hotel, but when you think about a Disney resort to a budget hotel, there is obviously so many differences. So yeah, staying on Disney is worth it, but I do think they charge, again, a lot of money for what you get. But I would definitely still do it, and I think if you can, definitely once try and stay on property, because it's great and it's obviously very magical. So yeah, I'm kind of sitting in the middle of, yes, it is worth it, no, it's not worth it. So book to stay on property, and you can let me know what you think. What are you using for photos, camera or phone? So all my photos and all my vlogs that you would have seen are all done on my phone. I have the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and everything is done on there. Do you eat gluten-free? If so, how did you find the food options? I have had a few messages saying, I thought you were gluten-free, that's not gluten-free, you're not eating gluten-free. So, I choose to be gluten-free. I am not a celiac. I have a member of family who is a celiac, so I understand the risks and you have to be more strict. Obviously, if I was a celiac, I wouldn't be eating half the stuff as what you've seen me eat in the vlogs. So I want to just clear that up and say that I am gluten-free, yes. I choose to be gluten-free for personal reasons. But if I want to have a full-on burger that isn't gluten-free and I feel like I can, I will. And like the odd snacks here and there. Obviously you would have seen from Travel Day that I requested a gluten-free meal on the plane and wasn't given one. So the reason I requested the gluten-free meal is because I'm on a flight for 9 hours. So there's not really much I can do about that. So yes, that is why I do that. But there is so many gluten-free options, as you would see. Even in the parks, I was still eating gluten-free, like you can get the burgers, you can get the chicken nuggets and all that. So yeah, gluten-free for me is a choice. Just wanted to let you all know that before you think I'm some fraud that is just saying that I'm, well, basically I am kind of, but not really, because I'm not a celiac. I choose to be gluten-free. I'm going off on a ramble now. So yes, I do eat gluten-free sometimes. I try as much as possible. Normal, when I'm at home, when I'm not on holiday, yes, I'm gluten-free all the time. But when I go on holiday, because I'm not a celiac, I'm like, oh, it's so difficult. What am I going to eat? A bit of lettuce. You know, sometimes they just don't give a lot of gluten-free options. So I'm just like, right, I'll have that. So yeah, that is the answer to that, and a really, really long-winded answer. Sorry about that. Taking my partner next year, her first time, what would you suggest / tips for a first timer? Okay, so obviously my fiance came with us for the first time. Obviously this question, it's her first, taking my partner next year, her first time. So obviously don't know if she is a Disney fan or not. In my case, my fiance was not a Disney fan. He'd been to Disneyland Paris when he was younger with his family. But other than that, he's never really had an interest in going until he met my mad Disney family. So obviously I watch a lot of YouTube vlogs. But he didn't want to watch them because he was like, what's the point of me watching them when I want to go there and experience it all for the first time? Which was fine, but I kind of wanted him to see what he was getting himself into. But he still didn't want to watch it. He just wanted to experience everything for the first time. And I used to watch rides and he was like, why would I sit and watch this ride when I want to go on it and I want to see it for the first time, kind of thing. So I get that. Do you know what? I just really wouldn't tell them what to expect, to be honest. I would let them go there without knowing anything, really. Obviously he knew bits, and guess what? He came back and he loves it. But your question was, what would you suggest / tips for a first timer? But I would say, for any first timer going, just take your time. Obviously, if you are doing both Disney and Universal, this holiday is tiring. So take your time. Don't rush around places. Just take it all in. And just enjoy it, really, because there were some days where we, like our first day, we rushed about because it was our first day and we were all so excited. But by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, everyone was flagging. Don't rush it. Just take your time. If you're tired on your first day, if you have a travel day from hell like we did, then maybe don't rush to a park first thing on your first day. Maybe that's what we should have done. We should have just slept in and, but anyway, take loads of photos, eat loads of snacks. Yeah, just be open-minded about it all. I'm assuming by the question that you have been, already. So that's good. You'll be able to kind of plan it all and keep it quite smooth running. What I would say is do not wear new trainers, shoes, whatever. Do not wear new shoes like on your first day. You're going to be doing a lot of walking, so we need comfortable shoes, people. We do not want sore feet and blisters. That is not fun, especially on your first day. So a top tip for first timers is comfy footwear. Just pack a couple of pairs of comfy trainers, or whatever you feel comfortable in, because you will do a lot of walking. I don't know what month you're going in, but if you're going in a kind of up and down weather month, then just pack for all occasions. You don't want to, get stuck in a storm and only have vest tops and shorts with you. So if you know that it tends to rain in that kind of month, then waterproof jacket or like jumper or anything, because obviously, although the rain doesn't last that long, there's nothing worse than being cold and wet. And like me and Beckett, you don't want to have to pay $12 each for a Disney poncho unless you like collecting expensive merch. Also, as a first timer, I'd say if you have looked into stuff at Disney, Orlando, Universal, whatever it is, kind of make a little list of like the key things that you want to visit, try, do, and just know that you can't do everything, and just kind of narrow it down to like your main things that you want to do. That way, if you tick them all off and you've still got time to do other bits, it's great. But you can't do it all, unfortunately, unless we went for like 2 months. That'd be good. Do you think a week just for Universal would be okay? It's much more affordable and I just want to go back. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I really think that if you were to go out there for a week and you were just doing Universal, absolutely a perfect amount of time. If you think the Universal and the Islands Park, they're not massive. I'd say Islands has got more rides than Universal Park. Yeah, if I really wanted to go back that bad, well, I'd just do a week anyway. Week Universal. Could still go down to Disney Springs in the evening. You can go to the outlets in the evening. Could try some restaurants down at Icon. Like, a week is perfect if you just want to have a little bit of Orlando in your life and you don't want to pay Disney prices. So yeah, definitely a week, it would definitely be fine. Do you stay on site at Disney next time you go? The answer is no, but that's just because I know that I'm not going to Disney. I'd stay on Universal property if I could. I want to stay on Disney property in the future, but I just know next time I go, we're not doing Disney, so that would be a no. What is your favourite theme park in all of Florida? Universal. I love Disney, but I just love the thrill rides at Universal, so I would have to pick Universal over all of them. A couple of similar questions. Best date night ideas, top things to do with your partner. So you'd have seen in one of the vlogs, we went and played Pirates Cove, Crazy Golf one evening, which is so good. I just think Crazy Golf in general is like a really good little date idea, whether it's the Disney one or Pirates Cove or any of the Crazy Golfs down International Drive. Yeah, I think that's really fun. Heading down to Icon Park, they've got loads of restaurants and bars, so check them out. We went and played Pirates Cove and then we went to Sloppy Joe's at Icon Park for dinner, which was really nice. Obviously we did the wheel at Icon Park as well, which was really good fun. There's so much to do. Disney Springs, you could have a great date night down at Disney Springs. They've got restaurants, bars, like they've got that I don't know how to say it, but it's, so the Boathouse restaurant do that car that goes into the water, which I really want to do next time we go. So that's quite a good idea as well. Yeah, there's so much. But yeah, Disney Springs, Icon Park, Crazy Golf, that would be on the top. Or even going down to City Walk for the evening, that's quite lively as well. What some of us regret not doing is down City Walk, there's this little, you've got Voodoo Donuts and then you've got like the bit in between, I think that's where it was. Maybe I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. They had a little tattoo parlour. That would be fun. I wish we'd gone in there. We were all saying, well, not all of us, me, my sister-in-law Molly and my brother Matt, we were saying that we wish we'd gone in there and got like a little tattoo. So next time. But that'd be quite good as well. Are the outlet prices as good as people say? This is coming from someone from the UK. Yes and no. Years ago, yeah, they obviously used to be so much better. But obviously, if you haven't, I've put a haul video up to show you the prices of things. So if you haven't watched that, check that out, and it just gives you a rough idea of stuff. But I do think we saved a lot of money and got some good deals. So yeah, so I still do think they are good and bad. So it depends when you go as well. Favourite restaurant. So off Disney, I'd probably say Sloppy Joe's or Outback steak restaurant. Then if we're talking about Disney Springs, I love the Boathouse and I really want to try paddlefish. The Contemporary Resort, Steakhouse 71, if you haven't been, definitely recommend that. And also at the Polynesian Kona Cafe for breakfast. They're my two favourites. We always try, we didn't on the last trip, but we do normally always go to Kona Cafe for breakfast. So yeah, definitely recommend those. Down at Universal, as you would have seen, like if you've seen the vlogs, we went to Margaritaville, which I've been at lunchtime before, and obviously this one we went for dinner. It was very busy inside. I still love the food in the restaurant, but I would probably go more towards going there for lunch because it's just a bit more quieter and a bit more chilled. So yeah, Margaritaville. But yeah, they're like my favourites. Oh, and also Sugar Factory at Icon Park as well, if you want something a bit more fun. We went there, and if you've seen that vlog, yeah, they've got music playing, the food is fun, and you can get like really cool shakes, and then we organised for music to be played, and for my mum's birthday. So yeah, that was really good, if you want like a different kind of fun restaurant. So that's something to check out. What's your favourite ride in each park? Okay, so let's start Magic Kingdom. I've always said Space Mountain, that is just my all-time favourite. So Magic Kingdom would be Space Mountain. Hollywood Studios would be Tower of Terror. Epcot, Guardians of the Galaxy. And Animal Kingdom, Flight of Passage. Universal Park would be The Mummy. And Islands of Adventure would be Hulk. Hold on, let me think about this. Yeah, Hulk. Yes, it is. It's Hulk. So they are my favourite rides from all those parks. Recommendations for once in a lifetime trip if we ever get there. Well, my fingers are crossed for you. I hope you do get there one day. Recommendations would be just to enjoy it. Try and, if you do get to book it, then maybe try and plan it. If you're only doing Disney, that's fine. Just try and plan. Don't rush about, just kind of plan each day. Maybe do, if you're there for 2 weeks, maybe do a park, then a chill day at a park, you know, kind of break it up like that. But just enjoy every moment of it. I say plan, we did a plan. We didn't quite stick to it, like dead on, but it's quite nice to just do a plan so you kind of can tick off bits that you want to do. Kind of make a list. Like I said in a previous answer to a question, make a list of like the main things you want to do, you want to try, eat at, and then if you're making a plan, you can kind of put them in wherever suits your days. But it's impossible to do everything. But yeah, recommendations would be just to plan it out, and then once you're there, enjoy it and try every snack that you want to try and take loads of photos and film everything, because the memories are just so precious, and I'm so happy that I filmed all of this, and I wish I'd started doing it sooner, but I can't wait to get back and to get another series filmed. But yeah, so just make loads of memories. I mean, if you've got daughters, I know they do different price ranges, but if you have girls and they can do the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, that would be great. I want to go back with my niece so bad so that she can do this Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique thing, because it will be adorable to have her wear hair and makeup done and in a dress and everything. And I'm pretty sure they do a boys, is it a pirates one? So boys or girls, like, and if you've got the money to, I would definitely do that. I wish these were around when I was younger, because I would have definitely loved to have done that. It just takes time to save. Unfortunately, this holiday is just so expensive, and it's so frustrating for families of children that want to go and experience it, and you want to experience it as the best as you can, and it's just frustrating that it costs so much. But you'll get there, it will happen. This is what I say every time I get back from another trip. I'm like, it will happen, we'll get there. You just have to start saving again, and if it takes 5 years until we go back, then it's 5 years, but whenever it is, like, it will happen. And you just have to, the longer the countdown is, the more fun it is anyway. I think you get that trip booked and you've got like ages and years to wait, and it's just, the countdown's so exciting, and then as you get nearer, it just makes it more, yeah, I think so. Okay, so obviously I look completely different to the first part of this video. I stopped filming abruptly that day when I was sat down answering those questions, so I'm just popping this in just to kind of finish the vlog. I had already answered all of the questions. I hope they helped. I'm looking back on the footage and I kind of ramble on a bit, which is what I do in general. So I hope that my answers were okay, if they helped in any way. But it was a really nice video to sit down and film. So if you want to see more videos like this in the future, it doesn't have to be Disney. I can just put a Q&A box up on my Instagram and you can send in any questions, and I will be happy to sit down and answer them all for you. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and my next video will be my Spain vlog. I didn't realise I had so much footage on it, so I think I'm going to have to separate it into 2 parts. So hopefully the first part for the Spain vlog will come next week, and then the second part maybe a couple of weeks later, just because as I'm filming this now, it's my birthday next week and I've got a lot of things planned that week, so, and I'll be away and I won't be able to edit it and stuff like that. But yeah, there you go, rambling once again. So after this video, my next videos to come will be my Spain vlog, and it will be in 2 separate parts. I'm hoping 2, maybe 3, but I want it to be 2 parts. So that is all, and then I don't really have any other videos lined up. So, I mean, let me know in the comments if there's any other videos that you want to see me upload. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.